The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today we're conducting a features inspection of a new launch from Fairline, the Targa 65 GT. With a lineup that already includes boats from 33 to 68 feet, undoubtedly the most striking feature of this boat is its styling. Clearly signaling a new look for the Targa lineup and indeed Fairline as a whole, designed by the Italian firm of Alberto Mancini, it's this design that allowed Fairline to book orders for no less than 12 boats just in the one-year gestation period between initial sketches and the launch of hull number 1. We were fortunate indeed to get aboard for the first delivery to North America at Total Marine in Norwalk, Connecticut. So let's take a look, starting with our boarding spot at the aft platform. The platform has raised sides 2.5 inches, and I'd certainly like to see that level. 13-inch cleats are also in the trip zone. 4-inch pull-up cleats secure a dinghy or floats. The entire platform comes out 5 feet 9 inches from the transom, of which 4 feet 1 inch is hydraulic. And notice the steps back up to the main platform. This design is unusual and creates 4 or 5 different seating levels so a crowd can congregate on what effectively becomes an oceanside swimming spa. Sockets for a cradle and tie-downs will accommodate a PWC or ship's tender. A reboarding ladder easily deploys from the port side, and notice the grab handles that also make it easy to stow. To the transom is flip-out rumble seat with beverage holders to both sides. And this is impressive. To starboard is a flip-up panel that's actually a freshwater shower. The head even rotates to direct the flow as desired. No afterthought pull-out sprayer for this yacht. We can access the aft deck from stairs to both sides of the platform. A gate is at the top. To port is an optional electrically actuated passerelle for med mooring. Stepping up to the aft deck, we find a U-shaped sofa with contours, diamond stitching, and comfortable leg supports. The natural teak table rests on 2 stainless steel sturdy supports. There's storage underneath the sofa that goes 5 feet 5 inches all the way to the aft end of the sofa, so there's additional access under the cushion should things become hard to reach. Overhead, there's an extended hardtop, and an extendable awning is electrically actuated. Support poles can be added to the trailing edge for stability when the awning is extended during running. And here's a classy addition, even the flagstaff is carbon fiber. To the starboard side, there's an outdoor galley with an electric grill and sink. On-off switches for the grill are in a storage space to the sides, and there's also a kill switch for the lid, and notice the stainless steel protector. Below is an ice maker and cockpit refrigerator. To the port side are the passerelle controls, switching for the underwater light, and lighting for this aft deck. The teak deck is standard. Now just ahead are 2 bar stools in a fixed position that swivel and include footrests, but they're up against a glass panel. However, if we step into the galley, there's a switch in the lower cabinet that brings the upper glass panel down to blend the galley in with the aft deck. Now we can flip out the counter to create a serving area. With the galley aft, it remains central to the main gathering areas of the main deck. The overhead is 6 feet 7 inches high, both in the galley and forward in the salon. A C-shaped galley design that maximizes both counter space for food prep and storage has a white Avonite countertop with large radius corners so as not to bruise in a seaway. The American black walnut cabinetry is a classy contrast. There's a covered sink under a pull-out faucet, and we'd like to see dedicated storage for this cover. Open counter space continues to the 4-burner Bosch induction cooktop. A vent fan is overhead. Above is cabinet storage with a gloss factor of 89.2, average being 85. Below is a trash drawer, a dishwasher, and a convection microwave with storage just beneath. Opposite is drawer storage, and notice the clever use of available space and holders for the table settings. There's more storage alongside and still more across the entry. And the refrigerator is full size. Decking is American white oak. Under the oak there's a layer of cork which absorbs sound and makes the whole main cabin quieter. Across to the starboard side is a low Avonite counter that makes a handy sideboard for putting out a buffet when entertaining and won't stain. The cabinets below have both walnut and glass doors. Inside is a rack for up to 8 whiskey tumblers as standard. If stemware is desired, Fairline will provide an extra set of 6 champagne flutes, wine glasses, and highball glasses, all etched with the Fairline logo. The doors to the right conceal a diagnostic screen for the air handlers controlling the interior temperature, We can even use this screen to reduce the current to the system in the event that we're working on only one shore power line. The Salon is forward, and the combination of dark wood and white vinyl upholstered bulkheads and dark trim is nothing short of stunning. American white oak decking continues, while the trim is a combination of American black walnut and stylized high-gloss ebony Mikasa panels between the windows. Note how low the windowsills are, which means that the view out is wide open and light floods in. Opposing seating consists of a couch to starboard and a U-shaped settee to port. It wraps around a clever table construction of high-gloss American black walnut. It has a flip leaf in the center that creates a pass-through between the V-configured pedestals. A small storage compartment is just ahead. All furniture is off the deck and courtesy lighting is fitted underneath. Storage is under the cushions. Behind the sofa is a 48-inch TV on an electric lift. Overhead is an electrically actuated sunroof that includes concealed shades. Closed, it remains flush to the overhead, creating a watertight seal. This, along with the opening windows and aft drop-down window, really serve to bring the outdoors in. And notice the tight seal on the windows and sunroof, so no leaking. Designer Mancini's simple, understated theme of white vertical light strips, which we first see in the Salon, are repeated throughout the boat. By putting them on the overhead, they become a design element connecting the two sides of the cabin. And they look particularly Art Deco at night. At the bow, there's an impressive gathering area accessed from a centerline walkthrough over the master stateroom sunroof. Be careful walking in bare feet, the glass gets hot. The walkthrough is flanked by a pair of sun lounges, but there's only one setting. We'd like to see support strips added to allow for multiple positions. The beverage holders are to the outboard sides. Just behind is a wraparound sofa that will probably make this the most popular position on board, especially when underway. A solid wood table cleverly deploys from the center seat position, adding further to the entertainment capabilities of this scenic spot. All of this can be covered over with a removable sky canopy, and at the end of the day there's a cover to protect this whole area, so no need to remove cushions when weather moves in. To the sides there's plenty of covered storage, and still more is under the loungers. We transition below via a center-mounted companionway, trimmed in diamond pattern stitching, to an open-plan atrium filled with natural light from the windshield above. Our test boat had 4 staterooms, sleeping 8 people, with 3 full heads, each with a separate shower stall. Another version replaces the 4th stateroom with a day head and room for a washer-dryer, and the most creative version moves the VIP head into the space used by the 4th stateroom to make a VIP truly deserving of the name, with a large head, a chest of drawers, a desk, and lots of room. We'll start here with the full beam master just aft, the focus of this stateroom being the berth mounted on the centerline, minimizing motion. The headboard is very much indicative of Mancini's flair for the elegant, with an attractive combination of upholstered and mirrored tiles. The overhead is a combination of upholstery and more of the American black walnut from the Salon. High ceilings and hull-side windows give the added feel of spaciousness. The athwartship strips of black walnut evoke the images of beams on an old ship, and recessed lighting both overhead and at toe kicks create a romantic effect at night. Hull-side windows are to port and starboard. They are large and low and have opening ports for fresh air, something we see in every stateroom on this yacht. Beneath the starboard window is a built-in love seat, offering a welcoming vantage point of the surroundings. Drawer storage is just aft. Forward, there's a pull-out stool with drawers underneath a vanity in front of the bulkhead mirror. Beneath the port side is a chest of drawers, 2 lamps, and a soundbar for the entertainment system. All drawers are soft close. A gray leather accent inlay on the countertop is repeated on each of the chest of drawer facings to warm up what would otherwise be a little too much black walnut. This is another design touch that is repeated throughout the accommodations. Nightstands have cabin switches and climate controls just above, and the reading lights are touch activated. Drawers are below. Courtesy lights are under the berth. Just aft is a large closet with a combination of shelves and drawers, and notice the lights both above and below. Just across and behind the stateroom is the master head. It has an Avonite counter with a recessed ceramic sink. Just above are black walnut high-gloss storage cabinets with mirrors. The deck is polished Avonite matching the counter. The freshwater ceramic toilet is an electric silent flush unit. All the vessel's heads follow this theme. And look at this walk-in shower. It has a rainfall feature, separate shower wand, The solid surface decking drains to all sides. A seat is to the outboard side just under the hull side window with opening port, and a pull-down shade is provided. And notice the recessed lighting behind the seat back. There's also an extractor fan, something all boats should have, but many don't. Fairline put a lot of thought into the sound reduction in the master stateroom. In the bulkhead between the engine room and the master bathroom, they put in a sandwich of several sound deadening and absorbing materials that is over 6.5 inches thick. At full throttle, we recorded only 78.3 decibels in the stateroom, which is a remarkable reduction in noise. But the builder didn't stop there. No plumbing passes below the master cabin sole, so the flushing of heads and the use of water faucets at night will not disturb the owners. Even the generator running is little more than a murmur. Now before we leave, notice the attractive addition of recessed courtesy lighting, and take a look at the door hardware. The handle is larger and contoured, plus notice the latch stays recessed so it won't hook on your clothes. When the door closes, a magnet pulls the latch out. Outside the door is a set of refrigerated drawers for the late night snack. This can be swapped out for a laundry or a wine cooler. The VIP stateroom is fully forward. This is set up in the usual fashion of an island berth accessed from both sides via two 10-inch steps, the first being lighted. Ceiling height is at 6 feet 7 inches, leaving 3 feet 4 inches over the berth. Hull side windows with opening ports are to both sides. A long skylight is just abaft the overhead hatch, and a blackout shade is integrated into the design. Storage consists of hanging lockers with stitched leather doors, and like the master, the hanging bars are lighted. Cabinet storage is above the windows, and drawer storage is beneath the berth. Decking is all carpet. Aft and to port is the entrance to the ensuite. This includes another door to the companionway, allowing it to serve as a dayhead. The next guest stateroom is just across. Here we have side-by-side berths and a hull side window. The inboard berth measures 78 inches by 26 inches. Outboard measures 78 by 24 inches, tapering to 19 inches at the foot. Just behind the high-gloss entry door is the door to the private ensuite. The fourth stateroom is just across the port, this time with over-under berths, the lower measuring 77 inches by 33 inches, the upper at 67 by 33. Between the design stylings and Italian flair of Alberto Mancini coupled with the in-house team at Fairline, the 65 GT is truly as beautiful as she is comfortable. Equally as important is her high level of fit and finish, which is truly impressive. The folks at Fairline tell us that the Targa GT65 is just the first in a whole new breed of Fairline yachts, which will take the brand into the future. Thanks to the naval architects at world-renowned Vrypack, she's also well-mannered underway, but that's another video. Be sure to look for it. For now, this is my full features inspection of the new Targa 65 GT from Fairline Yachts. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.